Can't let y'all do that. All right, we are here to talk about weirdness. You're weird. I'm weird. Whoop-de-woo. But seriously, weirdness is very underrated. Like, not only do you get the funniest moments from it, but I just use this as an excuse to get back on live. But granted, though, you never know how much you like to do something until you do it. For me, it's just talking. Like, I finally got a space so I can just do it, get all of my thoughts out, no matter how complex or how large a word may be. You know, that's just one thing. It's about the storm soon. Again, to this day, I still believe that storms are nothing more but when hydrogen and oxygen recombine up in the sky, those ions, specifically electrons, are moving so fast to the point where they create enough energy to create a lightning strike. That is still my belief to this day, and I don't care. Logically, it makes sense, at least to my logic, and to my knowledge, and to my Gnostic. I already know that we joshing, but we ain't joking, but we ain't jocking. Oh, man. Hope y'all doing fine. And I am not going to check those comments. It is way too much. Actually, just keep talking. Because, man, it's quiet out here. It's peaceful. Probably finna go out soon, so she'll get this out as soon as I do it. Yeah, hope y'all doing fantastic. You know, sometimes you just want to hop on a live, not to talk about anything, not to do anything special, not to get comments, not to do rapping or any of that. Sometimes you just want to sit back and relax and just vibe out. Whoever comes and just hang out, just come and hang out, you know? And I really vibe with that. And I mess with, and I wish I could see more creators just do that. Not feel like they have to work around a schedule, but just can hop on, turn the button on, and then boom. They can just see themselves, the viewer sees them, and they just chill, talk about whatever, do whatever. You know? I do got a few commentos. Let's see. What's up, Isaac? All right. Now, back to what I was saying. I just wish I could see more people just turn that live on and just grow from that, you know? I just want to see more people grow from being themselves instead of being placed in a niche. Like, I don't like how people get placed in categories. It's like, if you're a music artist, you gotta do music and only music. If you're a vlogger, you do nothing but vlogs. If you're a podcaster, you do nothing but podcasts. If you talk about video games, you gotta do this, that, and the third. I can't with that. Maybe that's why it's taken so long for me to blow up on YouTube. Not because I can't stick to a niche, but because I refuse to. I don't like being boxed in. I just don't like being categorized. Because I do way too much. And for those of you who know what I'm about, I make music, I cook, I freaking talk about science. Specifically, I'm not even gonna get into it. And right now, I just talk. Just the real talk. And I ain't finna cuss on here because I know I'm gonna have kids years from now listening to this. But yeah, and I also freestyle. But still, you get what I'm saying. There's so many things about one particular person, not just me, but so many, 7 billion plus across the globe. And yet we just accepted that, oh, just because they make music, that's all they do. Which is why freaking Terrence Howard, people don't even take him serious when some of the things that he actually speak have weight to it. Some things you have to switch your perspective on, because I get why people are, like, I don't know why you would say that. And the same thing with Cat Williams. Just because he's a comedian doesn't know that he don't know what he know. Same thing like K Dot. Like, do y'all really think so many people are just their niche and that's it? You think an actor can't be a scientist behind the scenes? You think a chef can't be making music on the go? Actually, I see so many people do that, but still, you know what I'm saying. You have multiple people with multiple affinities, and they like multiple things, and they're great at multiple things. Some people are great at one and they can excel highly. Some people are great at multiple. The issue comes when we get on platforms where we have to get lumped in on that one thing, when that's not how the human body works, you know? Now, well, yeah, technically, but that's just not how the human spirit works. There's so many things about us, so many quirky things. And sometimes, I'm not even going to say sometimes, some people actually like that about you, other people don't. And that's okay. It's okay to be yourself. And maybe that's why it's both easy and it's both hard to be yourself online. Because online, you putting yourself out there. It's just you, bare bone, like that. At the same exact time, people don't know if you're lying or people don't know if you're telling the truth. And unless you have so much credible behind what you're speaking, your name, who you are, or just your actions, people aren't normally gonna think that you're telling the truth. Or at the very least, if you are, people will not care. Which is why 10 times out of 10, you will see people with filters, you will see people trying to pose, taking pictures. And bro, I'm finna go clown y'all right now. Trust me. You have people that you feel what I'm saying? People have, bro, they will hit that pose, and I see so many people with that pose, just trying to look a certain type of way online when really this digital space and this digital era that we're in right now, because this is brand new. And I do agree with freaking Burleezy, Matt Pat, and everyone else on YouTube that have already blown up saying YouTube is fresh, YouTube is brand new. It is not oversaturated, because we are, how should I put it? YouTube is not a baby, but it's not a kid neither. It's like a toddler. YouTube is a toddler into which it's learning how to walk, but it isn't really talking, it isn't really doing anything like that. It can be better. And not only that, you have a bunch of new creators coming up soon, very soon, in a few more years. Like the Corys, the Matt Pats, the Burleezys, the Jacksepticeyes, the Markipliers, the Mr. Beasts. They I will not say they are going to be replaced, but you won't see them as much on this platform in a few more years. And that's because YouTube is about to change in a big way. You're about to have a new form and a new style of content pop up. And you already have people on shorts just posting back to back to back to back to back. People have already blown up off of that. And you have so many viewers that are like, oh, let me go ahead and tap in on this one creator. Boom, 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 boom. They're already on the scroll because they like what he or she, they, them posting. And that's another thing. Respect the pronouns. It's really that easy. Respect the pronouns nowadays. Adapt or lose it. Now back to it. Because YouTube has a lot of potential and has a ways to go, I don't think it's going anywhere. Like, yes, if y'all heard about the TikTok craze, this, that, and the third, I done already tuned out of it. That platform is already iffy as is. But if you really look at YouTube specifically, YouTube has really been where people gotten most of their ideas from. Learn how to code, learn how to write, how to make music, how to mix, how to master, how to bake, how to cook, how to freaking how to crack a code in a specific game. The best way to learn, or just what if scenarios. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just the span of 10 to 15 to 20 years. And I don't know, hold on. And I don't know when YouTube came out. I think it was either early 2000s or late 1990s. But in order for Google to progress in terms of YouTube, Google is going to have to evolve in ways that cater to the population. Sheesh. Google is going to have to cater to the consumer because without the consumer attention, they can't make money or they can't post ads. If they can't post ads, they can't make money off of you. There you go. So, we're at that turning point right now. Get ready. And if you want to become a content creator too, just start. Because I guarantee you, to those who knew me 5 years ago, I used to be Dookie Water at freestyling and subpar at cooking. And now I'm at a space where I can just do it like that. And that was all because of YouTube. So while yes, you may have people flocking to different platforms now, as I'm wrapping this up, YouTube is the number one platform that is stable right now. And I do believe that when crypto is finally integrated into social media platforms that can be exchanged in app or be switched out for USDC or however that is, I can guarantee you right now, not even right now, but in the future when that happens, YouTube, specifically Google, they're going to be able to make that switch. Because if you know anything about business, you know that for 100% fact, when they can't get your money, they'll switch that tactic up to try to get as much as they want from you. Even to the point where they'll meet your demands so that you can give them money. That's why people say, speak with your pockets. That's how you get companies to listen to you. You don't talk, you don't yell, you don't hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. Make sure they don't get this. All they need is your attention. And if they can't get that, they're either going to threaten you or they'll submit. But enough of that. Stay peaceful, blessed up, miracle up, and know that you will appreciate what's taken care of. By the divine and wonderful Allah, high source, God as well as everyone that truly and genuinely and deeply cares about you, deep within their souls. Always remember that here you are loved. We care about you here. If no one else does, we do. I do. Know that no matter what, we are always here to give that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. We're here for you. Okay? Come in for this hug. Yeah, come in. All right, let me go check the comments. Let's see. Other than Isaac, pretty chill. Other than Isaac. All right. In his own way, he is a shape he seldom